Hello, thank you for checking by again. Today I'll be talking about relocation shocks that I had when I came into the UK in 2019. So, as a new immigrant myself, who grew up in a developing country like Nigeria, a lot of things hit me on the face, more than a blow, even more than what you can call culture shock. And then I realized that some of these things were not peculiar to me. Many other people also faced them. And so it would have probably been better if I knew some of these things earlier than when I entered into the UK and they dawned on me. Okay, so I'm going to be talking about them straight away. So the first thing is the transportation system, right? So before I left my own country, I've always known that, yeah, the transportation system is quite good and efficient, but I didn't know exactly how they work. So when I got here and realized that some of them are, or in fact, all of them are mostly timed, except you're using private car hires like Uber. A lot of the buses, the trams, the train, all of them are timed, and you really need to work along with those times. Otherwise, you'll be missing your time. The transportation system in London is quite even better in the sense that some of those times are maybe just 10 minutes interval, 5 minutes interval, or something like that. But in places like Manchester, some intervals are like 50 minutes. So if you miss your time at the bus or the tram at a particular time, then you have to wait for another long minutes for the next one to come. So you have to really plan your time accordingly using the various maps. If you missed it, I've talked about one of the things that you need to get when you first come to the UK in another video. I'm going to put a link to that below. Okay, so the transportation system was one of the relocation shocks that I had. And that thing is that in Nigeria, we have the buses, the stations and all, or the driving system is on the right-hand side of the road. While in the UK, the driving system is on the left-hand side. So anytime I'm moving towards or walking to a bus station, I missed out a lot of the time, standing on the wrong side, only to see the bus that I need to take walk and driving away in front of me because I'm standing on the wrong side. So that was a really big shock for me. Even when I started driving as well, it's something I really had to cope with in the UK because the driving system, like I said, in Nigeria is completely different from what it is in the UK. So make sure you're looking out for that. Brace yourself when you're coming into the UK and you will not be too shocked as I was. I'm also going to be doing another video about tips on transportation system, reducing your cost as much as possible in the UK. So look out for that video in another set of posts. The next thing I'll talk about is the housing cost. This is really a big issue in the UK. Living expenses in the UK is high, and the housing cost is one of the huge costs that you have to pay every month. So when I came into the UK, I realized that my monthly rent in my first room that I was staying in is equivalent to my monthly salary when I was back in Nigeria. That is really strange. And good enough, I came in as a professional, so I was working, so I was earning some good amount of money to pay my bills. But the housing cost was quite huge, and then I had to be paying monthly as well, as against in Nigeria where you have to be paying like maybe 6 months or 1 year ahead before you move into the apartment or the house. And then I realized that there are also dynamics on getting houses in the UK in terms of whether the bills are included in those monthly rent that you're paying to the landlord, or whether you would have to be paying some council tax, paying some other things as such. And there are various dynamics that you need to consider when you're getting a house. I'm going to do another video and put a link to it on this video so you can get a hold of that. And another shock about the housing cost again is the caution fee that I had to drop with the landlord, and the deposit is more like equivalent to the monthly rent that I'll be paying, so that just in case I'm unable to pay for a particular month, they know that they're just going to be giving me 1 month ahead, and then that'll be it. But back in Nigeria, the caution fee is not as much. It's maybe 20% or even 10% or even less than that of what I'll pay as the annual rent. So this was a huge shock to me. The next thing I'll talk about is the utility bills. Man, utility bills are huge. You would have to pay for gas or electricity, you'd have to pay for water, you pay for various other things, including council tax. You pay for your phone, you pay for your internet, and a few other things like that, depending on what you have subscribed to. If you subscribe to insurance, you pay insurance, and all of those things. If you subscribe to TV, you pay for the TV license. There were so much utility bills to pay every month. So this was a huge shock to me. Unlike in Nigeria, yeah, we're paying for maybe some TV bills, you do your electricity yourself, and in terms of getting the generator, you do your water yourself, but some of those costs were not as huge as when I got to the UK. This was a big shock to me. And I'm going to be sharing another video to talk about how you can reduce some of these costs as much as possible so that you can live within your budget and your income in another video. Then the next thing I'm talking about is the taxes. The taxes are high. They are high. I mean, you would have to pay national insurance and you still have to pay income taxes as well. I didn't realize there are two separate taxes that I have to pay. And on top of that, I'm still going to be paying council tax every month or every year, depending on my arrangement with the council. So this was a big one because in Nigeria, the taxes were not as much as it is in the UK here. So that was a big shock to me. Then finally, the credit system. It's strange how the system just encourages you to get credit as much as possible. And the benefits are, to boost your credit score. And anytime you want to buy anything, buy a house, you really need your credit score. So the more credits you get to take, the more you are paying it in time as well, the better for you. So you really need to be taking credit. That was not the thing in Nigeria. In Nigeria, you mostly buy things or pay for anything you're paying for in cash. Anything you're buying it in cash. Unlike here where you have to take credit or you are encouraged to take credit. Credit system is quite good. And however, you have to make sure that you are limiting yourself as much as possible and you are controlling your expenses. Otherwise, you get in a situation that you really don't want to be in. I'll do another video where I'll talk about how to manage your credit system in the UK. Thank you for watching today to this point. I really appreciate it. Make sure you're dropping in the chat what you feel about some of these comments that I've raised and let me know how you feel as well. And if you're just coming to the UK, these things are very good to you for you to know so that you can brace yourself as much as possible. Make sure you're subscribing to this channel, clicking the like button, and you're also clicking the bell so that you get notification anytime I drop new videos. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.